Good morning, evening, or afternoon to all of my NFL QB fanatics and depressed fans who've never had a QB to latch onto. Today, we are adding a 99 overall quarterback to every NFL team because the quarterback is, let's just be honest, without a doubt, the most important position in the NFL. So I added a true 99 overall quarterback at every single quarterback for every team. We're going to see how that morphs the league. So let's start off by introducing ourselves to our great quarterbacks. I just combined the names of the top two quarterbacks this team has ever had. I used a website to determine it. That's why we're the Texans, because they said they were the last. Let's just go through our candidates. We have Cam Collins, Brad Brady, Steve Moon, Eli Sims. By the way, I used 0 current players. I don't have Mahomes for the Chiefs. I think I have Rivers, but he's been retired for 5 years. I don't have Rodgers, any of that. Anyway, Eli Sims, Jim Kemp, Vinny McNair, David Brunell, John Manning, Fran Culpepper, Ken Palmer, Scott Mitchell, Michael Ryan, Ken Plunkett, Drew Brady, Len Green, Bob Marino, Peyton Unitas, Matt Craig, Ben Bradshaw, Chad Namath, Brian Graham, Kurt Palmer, Matt Watson, Archie Breeze, Sid Cutler, Philip Fouts, Donovan Cunningham, Roger Aikman, Joe Baugh, Steve Montana, Brett Starr, Norm Warner, and that is it. Real quick, before we sim to the end of the season, I want you guys to put in your prediction for who you think would be the best quarterback if we really merge these people instead of just giving them a 99. I think John Manning is probably one of the best that could possibly be, because that's basically Peyton Manning with a bigger arm and more speed, and I think that would just be dominant. As for my Super Bowl favorites, I have Donovan Cunningham and the Eagles because that team is so lethal with Jalen Hurts. So I think that they can definitely put this one away. But without further ado, let's just go ahead and sim to the end of the season and see how many crazy things happen. I expect to see some wild QB stats, especially in Cincinnati. Well, the quarterback didn't seem to be an issue for Houston, who somehow went 5-12, which is crazy because normally they're a playoff team. By the way, there's no injuries in this. So they had Joe Mixon and Tank Dell and all their guys. All right, let's look at the standings. The top team was the Tennessee Titans. Are you kidding me? The Titans went 13-4. Listen, I love Cam Ward absolutely with all my heart. How did this happen? That team, the offense is awful. They don't have an offense. The Rams are next with 11-6. They're my sneaky second. I don't see the Eagles here at all. I might be a fraud. Bills were 12-5. The Ravens were 12-5. The Patriots were 11-6. So were the Chargers and Bengals. So they all made it. Cowboys were 10-7. Packers were 10-7. So no crazy teams. Oh, the Jets were 9-8. Never mind. Mike Tomlin. I don't know if it's a Madden thing, but it's so funny. The Steelers are never better than 11-6. This is the second straight video where I did a 32-team mod and they're 9-8. Oh my God. This is classic NFC South football. 8 and 9 Bucks make the playoffs. Good Lord. Broncos went 8 and 9, which is kind of crazy, especially considering I just glazed their QB. Lions went 8 and 9. Eagles went 7 and 10 and missed the playoffs. That's crazy. Niners went 7 and 10. That's okay. Jags going 7. How did the Vikings go 6 and 11? They have Jetta, Addison, Hawkinson, Darisaw, and now a 99 QB. Chiefs went 6 and 11. What? This is absurd. Texans were second to last. Dude, this sim is actually so much crazier than I thought. All right, I feel like we need to check stats immediately because I don't understand what happened. Len Palmer passed for the Bengals. Somehow this guy had a worse season than Joe Burrow normally does. I don't get how that's possible. Len Green with the Chiefs playbook, who missed the playoffs, threw for 4,700 yards, 45 for Michael Ryan. John Manning has some good ones. Who's down at the bottom here? Well, I don't know how. I turned off injury, but somehow Drake May started. Drew Brady never got hurt, but somehow apparently May is the prophet so much that he broke through. This guy's young too, so they shouldn't have benched him. Vinny McNair only had 3,100 yards. He might have had some crazy rushing yards though. Ben Bradshaw wasn't good. He had 28 and 14. Cutler was fine. Still no. I gave the Bears a 99 quarterback, and they still couldn't break 4,000 yards. Not even close. Touchdowns is led by John Manning. Okay, this makes a lot more sense now. 46, Len Green. 38, Ryan and Starr, which is pretty good, I guess. That makes sense. Wow, it's so rare that you don't see 20 interceptions. But Ben Bradshaw had 14. The fact that Ben Bradshaw led the league in interceptions is just awesome. I mean, that is very accurate. 11, Jim Kemp. 9. That's crazy. Who threw the least? Oh my God. John Manning had 47 and 1. Are you kidding me? That should not be possible. humanly, that is like a record in itself. Vinny McNair 29-2, that makes sense. Like 38-3 is insane, but 47-1, that is not. Peyton Manning on the Broncos on his last year threw like 20. And John Elway just liked to launch it, so he got picked off a bunch. Also, Brett Starr having 3 doesn't make sense because Brett Favre, he literally leads the league in interceptions all time and pick sixes. I assume that our rushing stats aren't going to be insane this year if it lets me check. Okay, 1,500 for Derrick Henry, 11 touchdowns, 1,450 and 10 for Josh Jacobs, 1,418 for JT. Did he lead the league? Yeah, he did. Tied with Saquon. Somehow Peyton Unitas led with 674 and 4. I don't understand how that's possible. All these guys are very much low. These guys all have 99 speed, so I don't understand this. Of course, McNair and Cunningham are both here with higher numbers. Steve Moon, 13 rushing touchdowns. That's wild. All right. Honestly, nothing is blowing me away. I thought we'd have like a 1,900 season. Jamar Chase, 1,500, 15 for Puka as well. Oh, these two are only 5 yards apart. 1,404 for Ladd, 1,388 for Rice. Ridley had 1,346. That shouldn't be possible. Honestly, is Ridley hurt? I don't know. He just might be playing like a bum right now. But their receiver 1 is like Aomanor or Iomanor, and then behind that, like Shamiri DK, who's kind of looking nice. 20 tutties out of Rice, 17 Nakua, 15 out of Curtis Samuel on the Falcons. That is strange. Troy Franklin follows it. That's crazy. Sack numbers should be low this year because they have 99 speed and awareness and acceleration. Dan Moore had 18. Dan Moore is just awful. Ben Bredesen had 18. Isn't he a rookie? No, he's not. But Will Campbell is. He had 17. Wow, Jedrick Wills. So there's some high numbers here. I feel like defensive stats are probably going to be pretty bad. Edgerrin Cooper had 180, 173 out of Aziz Al-Shair, 166 out of Warner. Bernard had 165, so did Winters and Toto. Sack numbers should be low, but 18 TFLs for Danielle Hunter, 17 Zach Allen and Highsmith, and 16 for Donovan. Oh, jeez. We're just going to skip past that. Devin Goshaw, I actually do know how to pronounce that one. And then also Derek Brown. 21.5 sacks out of TJ Watt. That is your leader in Defensive Player of the Year, I assume, because that is like 1 sack short of his record tie. 17 Micah, 15 Verse. Wow, where's Myles Garrett? Yeah, very low interception numbers, led by Marlon Humphrey, followed by Trayvon Diggs, who's already on the Packers. I did not know this game is quick like that. 3 for Quinion, Derwin, Devon Witherspoon, Derek Stingley. Should be low deflections, 17 out of DJ Turner, 17 out of Edgerrin Cooper, and 13 out of Jihad Campbell. 3 fumbles out of Diane Henley and Dax Hill, followed by 2 out of a bunch of guys, and I don't feel like reading it because I want to get on here. Bunch of block kicks, bunch of safeties, 2 out of Bosa. That's crazy. Tutties out of Greg Newsome, Mike Hughes, Jalen Ramsey, Rasul Douglas, and Deron Bland. That's wild. So this is going to be your playoff picture here. I hope that the playoffs in this are, you guys need to go and watch the last video I made right before this one. It was absolutely electric. It was the craziest playoffs I've ever seen sim. There were about 13 overtimes. That's definitely not a real stat, but it was crazy. So let's begin this playoff run. Without further ado, I just realized there are a lot of divisional matches here. That's crazy. Jets, Bills, Ravens, Bengals, and then Packers, Bears, which is a realistic matchup here. Let's start off with Cowboys, Cardinals, and work through the NFC. Kurt Palmer versus Roger Aikman. At the beginning of the playoffs, the Cardinals have a 1 overall advantage, even though you can't see it. They have a 1 overall advantage, and let's hop in. The Cardinals put this one away with no sweat on their backs, 24-6, which means that they will be moving on to the divisional round of the playoffs. We'll just real quick check out QB stats for all these just because why not? Hello, what a lopsided 9 for 11, 101 for Roger Aikman. Honestly, not a bad game, but 21 for 29, 229, and 3 for Kurt Palmer is crazy. They didn't even have that much of like a run game. That was kind of crazy. I didn't think we'd have a blowout like that. So let's hop into Packers, Bears, the 3 seed versus the 6 seed. Packers have home field and a 2 overall advantage, and also historically, they kind of put BTA in this. So the Packers are down by 1 point. They're receiving 3:59 left. This is a big opportunity for them. We will start out with a 1st and 10 here. Star is the quarterback. We're going to see if we can get anything going in RPO, lofted, and that is good to the rookie Matthew Golden for 9. 2nd and inches, a minute 30 left. They can just shoot clock and kick a game-winning field goal. Star looking to pass, hit over the head of a defender, and Star, while on the ground, gets to celebrate as the Packers have scored a touchdown with a minute and 19 left on the clock. Matthew Golden, the rookie, has been showing up and showing out, and now the Bears have to try and respond. I assume we'll be seeing a 2-point conversion here. 2-point conversion, single back, handoff to Jacobs up the middle, and he is stonewalled at the line. So Bears with a touchdown now do not tie it, they win it. But they only have a minute and 19 seconds left. 2nd and 10, handoff up the middle to Swift, takes the edge and gets pummeled for 3, 3rd and 7. All right, 4th and 7. This has not been a great drive from the quarterback at all. I think that's Luckman. He's gonna throw a lofter up there, and it's barely gonna touch the hands of the receivers. And Packers are likely going to win it if they can run this ball out and get a couple of 1st downs. Number 1 for the Packers. It's actually going to be a play-action pass. Throws. He's got Christian Watson wide open, and he's got a 1st down. Chicago takes a timeout. 2nd and 10. Play action. He's going to throw again. No mercy to the defense. And there is Tucker Kraft in the end zone. What a way to change the game. They're going to put on another score. Who cares about running it out when you have an offense that can't be stopped? So the Packers will take control of this one late in the 4th quarter and beat the Bears 33-21. No upset here, as the divisional matchup will get taken by the Packers just like normal. Wow, both QBs actually played a nice game. Sid Cutler didn't do great. 60%, 257, 3-1. Meanwhile, 250, 73%, 3-0 from Brett Starr. He definitely had a better game, but I don't think we've seen a game with less than a 100 passer rating so far. So a matchup of 2 teams that probably neither will make the playoffs this year. Anyway, the Giants are going into Tampa in a game where the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are under 500 and the Giants are somehow good. Bucs have a 2 overall advantage. Let's see if it's anything interesting. So I didn't get the animation because my mic sucks, but the Giants will take down the Buccaneers 21-14. It sounded a lot cooler, or it sounded a lot more interesting than it was. It really wasn't. The Bucs scored a last-second touchdown, and then the Giants just ran out the less than a minute. Pretty mediocre games from both players. 189, 73%, and 1 for Eli Sims. Brad Brady had 129, a touchdown, 70%. I just realized Eli Manning is part of Eli Sims, and Tom Brady is part of Brad Brady, and Eli definitely just took over Brady once again. Wow, okay, well, they're probably not going to make it past the next round because Eli just did all he can do when it comes to beating people. If I'm being honest, I don't know how the Jets got here. They have a 5 overall disadvantage. They're really not a good team, if we're being honest. I don't know how they've made it to this point with the defense that they have. I also was flaming them at the beginning of the video for about how bad their quarterback was, but at this point, I kind of hope that they make it all the way because that would actually be incredible content that I can milk forever. Let's see if that happens. I don't know how we're here. The Jets just scored a touchdown and took the lead by 3. And now the Bills have to make a comeback win. Didn't know that was a thing. All right, well, 2nd and 10 here. Handoff up the middle again, and Ray Davis just got killed. Yeah, so the Jets just beat the Bills in the playoffs. And now we're moving on to the divisional round. How did we get here? I don't understand it. Please, somebody save me. What just happened? Yeah, Jim Kemp just wasn't even that good. 209 yards, 3-1 is fine. 69%. Nice, but not great. 262, 80%, 3-1 from Chad Namath is an absolute game. This kid is looking nice. If I get to see the Jets in a Super Bowl in this video, I might cry tears of joy. We're gonna hop into a crazy divisional game between 2 teams that are just 1 win apart, but in very different seeding. The Bengals versus the Ravens. The Ravens have a 5 overall advantage. Yeah, a very low-scoring game that I did not predict, but the Ravens are going to take this one home 14-0. Wow. Oh, my goodness. A stinky game out of Ken Palmer. 44% completion, 89 yards. no touchdowns or picks. That's crazy. 127 yards and 2 touchdowns out of Vinny McNair. But the Ravens have also been a great team for us in these videos, so let's see if they can make the Super Bowl. If the Eagles can't, then the Ravens have almost been more consistent than them. Next up, for the final game of the first round of the playoffs, we have two 11-6 teams playing each other. The Patriots have a 1 overall advantage, but the Chargers have home field advantage, and the Patriots will be sent home. Their crazy postseason success in the past does not carry over with their new quarterback, and the Chargers will move on. Not much of a competition, and why in the world is Drake May starting? And why in the world did he play a better game than our 99 overall? 2-1, 246 yards. How did Drake May start? They have a 99 quarterback. How did Drake May start and Josh Allen didn't? 234 yards and a touchdown out of Phillip Fouts, and it's fine. It's okay, Drake. So here is the updated bracket. The Titans and Jets are going to play each other, which means that somebody's Cinderella run will be coming to an end. In the NFC, it's the Rams and the Cardinals, a divisional matchup. Then we have the Packers and the Giants playing each other, and then the Ravens and the Chargers playing each other. We'll start off with the AFC because we started off with the NFC last time, and we'll go into Titans-Jets. This game is going to be absurd. The Jets have a 1 overall advantage, but the Titans have been unstoppable this year, and let's see who is going to move on and become the Cinderella story of the video. It was a close game in the beginning, but the Titans just pulled it out with a 2-touchdown lead, doubling the Jets' score. And they are going to move on. The 1 seed proves to be as powerful as they are and not just a playoff failure. Steve Moon did not have that good of a game. They both had 63% completion, and this is the first under 100 pass rating that we've seen. 226 yards, 0 touchdowns, 1 interception, 150 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 pick out of Chad Namath. How in the world did they win? Next up, the Harbaugh brothers are going to face off, which I hope is going to be a classic. The Ravens have a 4 overall advantage and have home field. But let's see if the Chargers can make a little insanity run happen here. Oh my goodness, the vibes are immaculate. Are you kidding me? A snow night game? Oh, please tell me get to watch some of this. You know, I had so much hope because this game was so close, even in the third quarter. And then the Ravens had a sequence where they got a touchdown, immediately forced their turnover, and got another touchdown. So that did not happen. Oh my goodness, 198 yards, 87% completion, 3 touchdowns. That's almost a perfect game. I think 158.3 is the perfect game. Not a perfect game out of Phillip Fouts. 60% completion, 154 yards, so not much. But the Ravens are going to move on with Vinny McNair. Our next game is an NFC West, hopefully classic. It's going to be the Cardinals going to Los Angeles to play the Rams. The Chargers just got eliminated, so this is the LA last chance. Rams have a 3 overall advantage, which seem to have happened a lot here. And let's see who's going to take it down. And let's see if the Cardinals can upset the 1 seed. 1st and 10, tie ball game. Rams have the ball, 3:05 left. 2-minute warning, they're going to get a playoff. He's going to look to throw. Sideline, he's got Nakua, the demon. 2nd and 5. Here comes the snap. The throw over the middle to Nakua, and he's got him down to the 4-yard line. 1st and goal, toss to Williams, who has some great blocks, and he's got a touchdown. Rams take a 7-point lead with 52 seconds on the clock, and they look like they're going to move on. 2nd and 8, tempo, 35 seconds on the clock. Looking to throw it for Warner out, and he's got his man. Oh, that's not Warner, but these are the 2 Kurt Warner teams. He's got it first. 3rd and 10, 2 people in the backfield. Palmer steps up, he has to throw it out again. 4th and 10, last play if he can't get it. Palmer looking for the Hail Mary, and he gets sacked. That is officially game over. So the Rams will take it 28-21 down to the seconds. Wow, these two both played incredible games. 245 yards, 3 touchdowns, 0 picks, Kurt Palmer. And then Norm Warner had 230 yards, 3 touchdowns. Completion percentage were almost identical. This was just an incredible game between 2 incredible quarterbacks. By the way, these are the 2 Kurt Warner teams, Kurt Palmer and Norm Warner. So the Giants are trying to make Linsanity run, but they have to get through the Packers in Lambeau, which is always a tough matchup. Packers have 4 overall on them, but the Giants have my personal support because I like seeing them succeed. Also, both New York teams and both LA teams made the playoffs. That's kind of wild. Gigantic moment here, 13-14. Giants are about to receive the ball with a punt here. All right, 1st and 10 for the Giants. Scat and Sims in the backfield. The double S duo. A deep pass to start it off to Leak Neighbors, and he's got a big gain to the 40. A little over a minute remained. 3rd and 7. Gigantic play right here. Sims looks to pass under pressure, and Micah Parsons will get home. He might have torn his ACL in real life, but that doesn't matter. 4th and 12. A Micah Parsons sack just put this game at a whole nother level. Pressured is Sims. Parsons screaming. He's going to throw it deep. Up. Contested. Incomplete. The Packers with a kneel are going to win this one. So Eli Sims is looking more like Sims than Eli, as the Packers are going to move on to the NFC Championship game and try and get themselves another trophy for Lambeau's trophy case. Wow, another not great game. Eli Sims, 165 yards and nothing to show for it. 202, 2-1 for Brett Starr, which is definitely a better game. And it looks like Eli Sims just really isn't made for the playoffs. So the AFC Championship game has set in. The 1 and 3 seeds have both made it. Titans, Ravens, and then Rams, Packers. And of course, because we started with the AFC last time, we're going to go to Rams, Packers to start this one off. And this should be an absolute heater of a game. A dead nuts even overall matchup, 88-88. This should be awesome. Here comes kickoff, 17-17. Packers just put up a touchdown to tie it up. And the Rams have 3:04 to try and win this game and put it away. 1st and 10. Play action. He's going to roll out, throw to Nakua, who's got a big lane and a big gain to the 44, an automatic, gigantic play. 1st and 10, looking to throw. Statue in the pocket. He's got Devontae Adams, the veteran, to get them across midfield to the 40. 3rd and 7, Warner looking to throw his clean pocket. Parsons isn't an issue right now. He's got Nakua for the big gain, crossing to cross midfield to the 12-yard line. Field goal is up and good for Big Mevis. That's Chad Ryland, actually. I thought it was Harrison Mevis. 2nd and 10 after an incomplete pass. Any just big gains here. Starr looking. He's going to get it out to the sideline. And Matthew Golden will get out of bounds and get the first. 56 seconds left. No back in the backfield except for Starr, who's going to roll out. I don't know if Bart Starr was actually doing this. Look at him maneuver the pocket. Starr is going to take it to midfield. 71 rushing yards on the game for him. 3rd and 4, 24 seconds left. Starr, deep drop. Looking to step up. He's got him into field goal range, but can he spike it in time? Down to the 28. We could see overtime. It's looking like they're going to have enough time to spike it here. They kind of need a little bit more, though, I think. Packers have maybe the worst special teams unit in the league right now. They'll trot out Brandon McManus to make a change here. They're going to get iced by the Rams. This could go poorly. It's on the 28, which makes it a 46-yard field goal, I believe. Here comes the biggest play of the game for the Packers. All or nothing, slow-mo cam. It has the distance for sure, and it has the accuracy. We're going to be going into overtime for the first time of the video. So the Packers are going to receive this ball in overtime. All right, 1st and 10, an absolutely outstanding game so far. Packers receive, obviously. Starr looks to throw and throws a duck. All right, Starr looking to throw, gets Watson on the sideline. He's got a good gain out to the 8. 3rd and 2, Starr will hand it off wide to Jacobs, who gets eaten up. 4th and 5, they have to punt. The Rams have an opportunity here to take this game. All they need is a field goal to win it. It is going to be a pass starting off. He has all the time in the world. He's going to get out to Nakua, a similar play from before, and he's already into Packer territory. 3 players lined up in the backfield here. He's going to look to pass. Warner gets it out to Nakua, turns the corner, and turns on the burners to the 24. 2nd and 5, Warner looks to throw over quickly to Higbee, and he's got another big gain down to the 11. Motion out of Adams, out to the island. It's going to be a pass from Warner, looking, steps up, throws end zone. He's got Tutu Atwell for the touchdown. That's going to do it for the game. Rams will move on to the Super Bowl, where they are either going to be playing the Titans or the Ravens. Tutu Atwell holds on to a contested catch. And good night, Green Bay. Wow, 2 actually really good games. 278 yards and 3 touchdowns, 75% out of Norm Warner, which is good. Brett Starr had 149 yards, 82% completion, 2 touchdowns, 0 turnovers. This is a good game. Also, Starr had 87 yards on the ground. That is crazy. I thought that he should have won, but hey, Rams to the Super Bowl, maybe like real life. The Ravens are going into Tennessee to play the Titans. Please, Titans, win this. I just want the Titans to go to the Super Bowl. That would be awesome. This should be a great game. Ravens have a 6 overall advantage, but the Titans have home field, and they were the best team in the league. I'm so sad that the Ravens beat the Titans, and it brings all the pain to my heart. I really wish this could have happened. The Titans scored literally a last-second touchdown, and the Ravens kind of had this in the bag the whole time. So it's going to be a Ravens-Rams Super Bowl. Vinny McNair, nobody had that great of a game. Vinny McNair, 144, 61%, 75 yards out of Steve Moon. A touchdown, but still, that's nothing much. 2 idiot overalls, neutral location. This is absolutely insane. I thought the Ravens would make it here. I'm sad that neither the Jets or the Titans could do it, but this should be an absolutely outstanding game. We're going to go through it together. All right, so the Rams are going to start out with this ball, and they're going to get a nice drive going, but it's all going to come down at the end. They can't convert anything. The Ravens get a chance, and they're going to end the first quarter with 7 points. Rams are going to kind of get stuffed up. Oh, no, they're starting to drive now. They tie it up with 3:50 left in the second quarter. Ravens are running this ball out, basically. Now a couple of big passes are going to get them a touchdown. 1:09 left for the Rams to try and retaliate before the half, and they're not going to get anything out of it, not even a field goal. Ravens lead 14-7 at the half. They're going to march down, and they're going to get stopped but get a field goal. It's a 10-point game. Rams need to start playing some really good offense. They're going to get held up there. 7-point game. Ravens have the ball, and it's going to be a working machine. Fourth quarter starts. We're going to wait a little bit longer to see if it's even worth it, but if the Ravens put up a score here, they don't. 20-10, they get a field goal. Rams need to get a massive score here to even keep themselves in it. A bunch of runs, and they're going to try and get it. Let's hop in for the onside. So it didn't show the onside, and the Ravens are ahead here, but we might as well watch this because the Rams could make them punt. It's going to be a handoff to Henry, and he's going to be stuffed. 1:09 left. It's going to be a motion from the tight end. McNair going to do a play action. He's got his man. That's Zay Flowers. 3rd and 2. They need to convert this. 3rd and 2. Motion once again. Pop pass, and he's got a lane. DeAndre Hopkins has a lane down the sideline. Going to get pushed out of bounds, but they've got a first down. And they're going to go into QB nail. This game is over, and the Ravens have won the Super Bowl. An absolutely outstanding season where the Ravens are going to reign victorious, get themselves a Super Bowl. Maybe Lamar isn't the guy because without him, they did an absolute run in the playoffs. Vinny McNair did a great job to bring them where they are. And the Ravens have Super Bowl number like 3 or 4. Norm Warner and, wow, they had very similar games. Norm Warner had 181 yards and 1 interception, 0 touchdowns, 73%. Vinny McNair, 180 yards, 63%, 1 touchdown. So neither of them had that good of a game. An incredible Super Bowl to end off the video. Vinny McNair will still win Super Bowl MVP, which is crazy, but it's perfect for this video. The Broncos quarterback, John Manning, will win MVP. Coach of the Year is going to be the Titans' Tim Stevens. Offensive Player of the Year is Rashee Rice. Defensive Player of the Year is TJ Watt. Offensive Rookie, okay, we don't have to pay attention to that because I just kind of used the worst quarterback on the roster for that. Abdul Carter wins it for the Defensive Rookie of the Year. But that is going to do it for the video, everybody. If you enjoyed, be sure to like and subscribe. I had a lot of fun doing this, but it does take so long to make each individual character, and then I have to edit it, but it just takes a while, so I hope that you enjoyed. Tell me what to do next. I can do this with running backs, receivers, any position you guys want. But I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out and goodbye.